Right, so in this video, we're going to understand how the for each loop works inside TinyCommand. Instead of just explaining it, I'll build a simple use case so you can see how it actually works. We're going to take a list of leads and send personalized emails to each one. Let's start with the workflow. First, I'll add a manual trigger since we just want to run this once. Next, I'll add a TinyTable node and select Find All Records. I already have a table with my leads, so I'll select that, continue, and fetch all records. Once I test this, you can see we get all the data here. Now, this is important. This node returns an array of records, not just one. So if I have 50 or 100 leads, all of them come in as a list. Now the question is, how do we process each lead individually? That's exactly where the for each loop comes in. So next, I'll add the for each node. As soon as you add it, you'll notice it creates a loop structure. What this does is take that list of records and run the next steps one by one for each item. So instead of handling everything together, it processes each lead individually. Here, I map the records from the previous node into the loop input. Now, for every record, the workflow runs once. Inside the loop, I'll add a tiny composer node to generate a personalized outreach email. Here, I'll pass details like the person's name, company, or any relevant fields from the table. So for every record, this node generates a unique email based on that specific data. That means no generic emails. Everything is personalized. After generating the email with TinyComposer, we introduce a delay before sending it. This step is important for maintaining email deliverability and sender reputation. When emails are sent too quickly in bulk, email providers like Gmail can flag that behavior as suspicious or spam-like. This can impact your domain reputation and reduce inbox placement over time. By adding a delay between email sends, you simulate natural sending patterns. This helps ensure that your emails are processed more reliably and reduces the risk of being flagged. After that, I'll add the email node and map the recipient email along with the generated content. So now, instead of sending one email, this workflow loops through all records and sends personalized emails one by one. Now, one important part here is the for each end node. This node runs after the loop is completed. You have three options here. First, you can save the output as a list. This is useful when you want to collect all the results from each iteration and use them later. Second, you can perform arithmetic or operations on the result. For example, you can count records, aggregate values, or process numbers based on the loop output. And third, if you don't need the result at all, you can simply choose no output. The loop will run, complete all actions, and you don't store anything. So depending on your use case, you decide whether you want to store, process, or ignore the final output. And that's how the for each loop works. You take a list, process each item individually, and then handle everything at the end. And honestly, all it takes is a tiny command.